Well, hello there. Welcome back to Seaopolis. How are you doing? I'm doing great. In the last episode, we were working on a little bit of exploration, and as you can see at my feet, we managed to get ourselves some emerald from our expedition, or I should say we got some emeralds, and this was allowing us to start advancing in materials that we are collecting, namely the netherite scrap. We are getting quite a few other things. We have a bunch of quartz and solium dust, glowstone, and I do believe, yeah, we've got a lot of gold. So we went out exploring. We went out and looked at the Leviathan bone structure. We also did the little things underground. We got a few spawners that aren't really going to do anything for us. We got a few books and not too bad. We should look at probably putting that silk touch on one of these soon. And then we eventually set this system back up where we're producing netherrack. It's being crushed down, and then it is being sifted over here. And it looks like we are completely full up on blackstone. We got 2,048 blackstone. Well, we'll have to worry about this later. And the blaze powder, we've got quite a bit. We've been AFK for a couple of days now. Just letting mostly the ancient debris be caught up or being produced. Now, looking in my inventory, you will see that we did finally make a manulin cleaver. This was made with a manulin blade, a manulin plate, and then we made a couple of tool rods here, these tough handles, which is down here. We made one out of bone and one out of necrotic bone, giving us a decent little sword here. With an attack of 17.62, it has over 3,600 durability. It is slow. We want that number, that attack speed, to be smaller than 1. But, I mean, it's working. And then it says it has sharper there at the bottom. That just means we put some quartz on it. And this thing does pretty good. I went out into the ocean and killed a few of those thrashers so that we could make ourselves a trident for further ocean exploration at a later date. We do have this guy right here, which is an ocean monument. Eventually we are going to want to go tackle an ocean monument. Now, the other thing that you'll notice in my backpack here is we have a netherite ingot. We have a manulin ingot. We did this just to complete the quest, and I'm going to eventually use this manulin or this netherite ingot to upgrade this backpack, which we are at the diamond tier. We have a few more igneous extruders, and we have some blocks. So I want to eventually set up these igneous extruders. I want to start producing gravel, sand, red sand, regular stone, soul stone. We're going to need a couple more because our cobblestone is almost depleted. Yep. We did make a few blast furnaces that we're going to need today. The other thing that we did is we bought 4 more eyes or ender pearls, wasting 60 sea bucks. And today what I wanted to work on is starting in compact machines. You can see I made some compact walls here. I put that stack of blazewood and obsidian in here, and we have a bunch of compact machine walls. But really looking into what I want to do, I want to get this system right here, not the power, but this stuff set up in a different location. We're probably going to use this igneous extruder for cobblestone and stop sifting netherrack for now. But anyway, getting this system set up, we're going to need to produce water, we're going to need to produce lava, and we're going to need to get into these ender tanks as well as these ender chests, potentially, and these things require ender pearls. Ender pearls we can get from casting out molten ender, which We could drop Endermites, Ender Dragon, or Enderman into the smeltery. We can trade it from a village. We can get it from killing Enderman. We can get it from killing the Twilight Lich. We can get it from dungeon chests. We can also cage mobs, which I want to know how to get this guy, the Stoneling. Look at this stuff we can get from him. Redstone, Lapis, part of the diamond. We can get into mystical agriculture, but we're not quite there yet. So Ender Pearls is a thing. So rather than getting into compact machine walls, I was thinking, well, we can build another sphere over here and kind of complete the 5 spheres at the base. And we can set up a mob farm. So to get to Ender Pearls, we're going to want to set up a mob farm, and we're going to want to get into mob grinding utilities using the mob masher. This thing will kill entities for us. We have mob fans that we can push entities around. And then we have different upgrades here that we can get. And things like a rotten egg. We can get a rotten egg and we can turn dirt into dreadful dirt, which you can see this spawns more hostile mobs. This cursed chicken feed is what we need to use on a chicken, which gives us the rotten egg, and this creates a 5x5 area of dreadful dirt. We are going to need some liquid XP, so we are going to need to start killing some mobs and collecting XP with probably this guy, which would use 2 of our Eyes of Ender, but we want to get into this. Now, further thinking is we're getting blaze powder, but getting blaze rods, which there are many, many uses for blaze rods. Specifically, getting into, looks like a spawner from RF Utilities, getting these guys crafted up is going to be a lot easier with blaze rods. And then, of course, we can pulverize the blaze rods. We need it to make the pyrolyzer. We need it for that guy there. What else? Brewing stand we already made. And yeah, I think it would be good for us to get blaze rods, which of course we can get these from setting up a blaze spawner, which we can take using cardboard boxes. We have a few in here, so I think it would be worth our while to build another sphere and set up a mob farm. But first, we want to go to the Nether, which is also a quest line right here. Going into the Nether, making a map generator for the Bastion Remnant, and making a map generator for the fortress, killing ourselves a blaze, killing wither skeletons, getting their skulls, and then of course eventually killing a wither, which we don't have. That would also finish out Nether You Mind. And then the chapter challenges for chapter 7 needs us to get 64 wither skulls. So we already have the cleaver, which has beheading on it. And I think our best bet is going to be going to the Nether. We have obsidian. We can make a flint and steel. We can do this. And as a matter of fact, we can set up like a Nether portal back in there. For now, temporary setup. Eventually, we'll find a place for all of our portals. But as far as I know, the Nether is a void similar to what we dealt with in Sky Bees. So we're going to need a way to get around. Now, there are jetpacks. We have the Iron Jetpacks mod in here. We also have the jetpack from Mechanism, which honestly isn't too hard. It's tin, it's steel, basic control circuit, and a chemical tank. Steel can be made in a energized smelter with steel dust, and that can be made in a metallurgic infuser with enriched iron and charcoal. Enriched iron is just coal and iron. Getting into the basic control circuits would also need the metallurgic infuser with some redstone and osmium. We would want to take it a step further, getting it armored. And then we'd have to fuel it with hydrogen, which we do have the electrolytic separator, and we also have the gas burning generator somewhere. Somewhere in here, there's the electrolytic separator. But that's going to add more stuff in this area, and I'm not liking the way this is going to go. So there is another option for us, which is this quest line right here called Plains. And I think we want to go through this quest line. So if we type in @simple into our JEI, which I did, and then of course press the up arrow to start recording, we have a few things here. First thing that we need to make is we need to make the guide to Plains, which we can make a book. Then a book with an oak plank or any plank will give us the guide to Plains. So Simple Planes lets you create planes and helicopters with possible upgrades. Here you can find more information about that mod. The helicopter plane workbench, all that stuff is in here. The different types of engines, the different types of upgrades, which isn't a lot. Miscellaneous stuff here. And most of this we can find in here. So it wants us to make a propeller, which is just easy enough. It's some iron ingots. We're going to want to make 2 of these because I looked ahead. Our next quest is to make this guy here, the plane workbench, which is quite an involved little thing here. We need a crafting table, redstone, obsidian, machine frame, pickaxe, axe. Gonna need some obsidian. We're gonna need a gold block. Luckily, we have all this stuff. And we also have a machine frame from earlier on. So we should be able to make this guy with a little bit of crafting. And we need a crafting table, which we haven't had since the beginning. There we go. Plain workbench done. So, plain workbench, pretty neat. If we look at the next 3 quests, there is plane, helicopter, and large plane. This will all lead us to the wrench. So, can be built in a workbench. A plane is just a propeller and 5 logs. Makes a plane. Pretty simple. If we put 7 logs in, we can make a plane. Accepts any Minecraft planks. It says, oh, we need 2 propellers to make the helicopter. There it is. So I think we're gonna... go ahead and make these guys, which is gonna require another propeller. We're gonna make the large plane too, just for the... I can't believe I did that for the quest. And it requires 10 planks and the propeller. There's a plane, there is the large plane. Now, these things are pretty neat. We can set them down, and there it is. We can get in it, of course, press space to take off, left shift to dismount. We don't have any way to kind of run this thing, and the planes and stuff are the same way. Right? Now, I do think I just broke this, and it has a little bit of a health loss to it. But we need to make a wrench. There's just some iron. Simple wrench. We can make the floating bedding, which is some slime and some carpet, and this will allow us to land on water, which we can make, but I don't know that we're going to need it because right now we don't have the scale to go up very, very high. A dispenser, so we can shoot arrows. Rocket booster, which allows us to go fast which we can make relatively easy, and then we need this guy right here, the furnace engine, which is why I crafted up some of these blast furnaces. Now, while we're grabbing the materials that we need to start making the floaty things and the flint for the flint and steels for the rocket boosters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I wanted to bring you guys in and talk a little bit about how the creative process goes for me. So obviously today we came in with an idea of what we wanted to do, and that was originally to get into compact machines, and then looking kind of ahead at the things that we wanted to do, we realized that we needed some ender pearls. So then the thought process about, making a mob farm and stuff like that was where we went to. And then of course, if we're going to make a mob farm, we should get the blaze rods and things like that. So that's kind of how I'll sit here and plan that stuff out daily, or as I do these videos. And whilst I'm thinking about all of the different things that we need to do, such as the mob farm, I'll get an idea in my head of where I want to get to. So as I stated, I wanted to get to the Nether. I want to get a mob farm built, and normally what I would do is I would have came in, I would have talked to you guys about it. We would have probably added the other sphere over here. I would have said, okay, we need to get to the Nether. We would have went through JEI, and I would have shown you guys the planes. I would have shown you the jetpacks. I would have shown you all the crafting recipes, and then you would have been brought back in for making maybe the plane or the helicopter. We would have made the Nether Portal, and then we would have boogied on to the Nether. I would have shown a little bit of the Nether, and then us getting what we need with the cardboard boxes, and then we would have continued on from there. Then we would have came back to the overworld. We would have started building the farm and all of that stuff. Is that what I need? A dropper? I need a dispenser. Dang it. That's okay. And normally we do those things in such a fast progression that you guys don't get to see this kind of side of things where we're crafting up the various parts, pieces, and stuff like that. So as I said, I definitely want to take this series and kind of slow it down just a little bit. So today, rather than us getting to... Oh my god, I don't have any of that stuff. Rather than us getting to the Nether quickly and getting the blaze spawner and us getting back to the base. What are the... Oh, these are the different furnaces. Neat. We're gonna take a little bit of a step back and go nice and slow. So you're gonna get to see all of the crafting recipes, and you're also going to get to see us go through the Nether a little bit, trying to get wither skeleton skulls and stuff like that. So there is our furnace engine. We do need to make a couple more propellers so that we can make 2 more of these. And basically what I'm trying to say is the last couple of videos have been rather long. This one's going to be decent. I'm not sure yet because we're still recording, but I'm trying to go a little bit slower in these packs, whereas like Sky Bees, we kind of started out at a decent pace and then we skyrocketed from there. Levitated, we did that. It is called an electric engine. Okay. This guy, we need blaze rod, and it says I don't have the color. And what else? We need lapis. So blaze rods are in my or in there. Boom, there is the electric engine, and then the last thing to complete this is the charging station. And this is going to require a few things. Do I have everything that I need? I do. There is the quest for the planes completed, and as a matter of fact, we will just do that. We go from 130 to 143. Anyway, I do believe that we can set like our plane and stuff on this, and we can place this electric engine in it. Let's set this guy down. I think what we're gonna do, just because of our limited available power, we're gonna go with the furnace engine. So now, if we were to open up our inventory, no. Press space to take off. I have the engine here. But how do we put this in here? So we can put the rocket boosters and the floaty bits in there. Rocket boosters are on. The floaty bits are on. Ah, here we go. Why do I have a furnace now? Uh-oh. Introduction, miscellaneous. This is a quick fix kit. Okay. Yep, like I said, we got to put it underneath the aircraft to charge it. We can drop TNT from the, helicopter, which would be nice. Is powered by fuel. You can put fuel by opening the screen, by default using the X key while sitting in the aircraft. Okay. So that's not working. Let's go ahead and look up category, simple. Alright, here we go. It's kind of wonky. It is X, so what we can do is we can change keys to X. Toggle jetpack. Let's just reset these. And you can click on these and press escape to remove anything that's there. And now? Still doesn't want to open it. Oh, that's probably because we don't have the furnace engine anymore. For some reason, it gave us the furnace back, which is bad. Quick little fix, and now we have the furnace engine in. It's still not letting us, by default, hit X. So, options, controls, not at. We need to go to category, and then simple down here. Open plane engine screen should be X. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we have ourselves a fair amount of coal, and I think we should utilize that. As opposed to the electric, like I said, we don't have a way to use this charging station just yet. Which was on the docket for today, but we're not going to do that. So, let's go ahead and put our planes in here because we're not going to need them. We can put our blaze rods back and our wrench in here. We can then dump this stuff in here for now. We can put up our lapis. that stuff, and we have 3 stacks of coal plus this. We've got armor. We've got all the things that we need. I think we should grab a little bit of cobblestone because it's blast proof from gas. And what I'm thinking we're gonna do is first grab our plane, and then we are going to come over here, and we're gonna put our nether portal right here. I think this would be the best spot for it. Game is lagging out just a little bit. And kind of replace this wall. Like something like that. And now what we need is to put the obsidian up, and we need a flint and steel. Alright, let's light this thing. And cobblestone at the ready. Let's go. Nope. It's a good thing I looked or thought one last time. We probably should grab these guys. So we're going to spend a little bit of time in the nether. Let's go... more thing. Just kidding. What we should do is the map things. The Bastion. We should also look at the Nether Fortress. Need some obsidian on some bones. So let me get the necrotic bones made, and we'll be back. Okay. I just went through this because the map generator, we made this thing before. We had to make a bunch of compass. We had to make a bunch of paper. We have these guys now, so we can make the fortress map, and we can make the Bastion Remnant map. Now, I do believe that that is a quest, which is entering the nether, and then we should get the quest for these. So let's go through, finally. This time I'm ready. Oh yeah. So as I said, this thing is a void, just like in Skybees. There is nothing here. We do look like we spawn in what is a basalt delta. So that's neat. And what I should do is I should get out my infinity wand to build my platform just a little bit quicker. Right? If I've got the materials for it. Okay. A little bit safer here. Not by much, though. So, let's build... I guess I'm just going to do all the way around. And we should be able to do both of these guys right here. I guess. So, Fortress Explorer's map. Ugh. They look like they're kind of far away. So let's set this guy down. And get into it. And then... That's neat. So we just gotta watch our Y. And see where we're at Y ways. And unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna be heading this way for a little while, and I have nowhere that I can land to look at my map. But this is neat. We are kind of low. Oh. What's that? Oh no. I hit shift instead of what I was trying to do. But there's a bastion. Real close. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna die. That sucks. Alright, well, we died. And we're back. I'm not even gonna lie. We came back over here as fast as we can. You can use your waypoints here to teleport to your death, which we did. But I did throw myself into creative because when I make these worlds, in modded, I always put them with the option to go into creative, and that is because sometimes we'll have these quests that don't line up. I keep clicking these down because I've left and came back to the game, but sometimes quests won't complete and things like that, or sometimes we get in a bind like this, making another helicopter we wouldn't be able to do with the furnace generator because I don't have any more cobblestone. That's the honest to goodness truth. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump back into our helicopter, which this thing is pretty funny. We died right over here and the helicopter was slowly falling down, so we did manage to get it. But I think we're gonna head off in this general direction, kind of back towards the portal, and see if we can't find a Nether fortress. What I basically did by mistake in the helicopter was I sat and which way am I heading? I'm heading east, which is negative. Yeah, that's good enough. Oh, there's another remnant. I think we need to go this way-ish. Anyway, I hit shift to, like, push myself down. Which way are we heading? We still want to head... I get so turned around when there's no landmarkers. Anyway, we pressed shift to head down, and instead we jumped out of the fortress, or out of the helicopter, which is a pain. So... okay, this... That was fun. This is another bastion. We found 3, but no fortress. So yeah, we're just gonna keep plugging along in hopes that we find one? Eventually? Maybe? Maybe not. There should be one around here. Oh, yeah. So we need to find a good place to land, and I don't know how to decelerate this thing other than just kind of letting it coast to where it's going. And I need to make sure that we don't hit the shift key. We're in a warped forest biome here. I could tell the particles changed a little bit. But this thing is hard to maneuver, a lot harder than a jetpack. So maybe our best bet would have been getting ourselves a jetpack, but we're going to spend some time here in the fortress nonetheless. We just need to slowly descend. And I think we're kind of over the fortress a little bit. Let's see real quick. Option, controls, category, plane boost key, and open plane screen. There's no real way for us to make this thing descend, but it is super cheap and a lot of fun. Looks like we've got some Endermen and a blaze coming to meet us. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. And we definitely don't want that thing on fire. We don't have a ranged weapon, but options, video settings, let's make sure we're full bright. We are as bright as we can get. Oh no. It's a good thing I paid attention. So we brought a little bit of cobblestone. We should have probably brought more. What is this music? It's weird. All right, let's see if we can get down into the fortress over here. We can. And we'll just ignore that blaze for now. And what we need to do is we need to find some wither skeletons. It's still very dark. Do you hear that? Somewhere there's a jukebox playing. Aha. Somewhere there's a skeleton shooting at me. And we're gonna die. So we're gonna encapsulate ourselves. But we did get a skeleton skull, which is good. Now we're just waiting for our hearts to get back up. We got a couple of necrotic bones. And I think this is the point where... Hi, Blaze. Oh, no. Oh, no. So we can show this off. So if we go into the Nether... This is the neat thing about modded. We can get away from the portal and hit our journey map, and we should be able to teleport to our body and then get our stuff back. And we're still a ghostly figure, so these guys can't see us until we attack. And there is a wither skeleton skull. Nice. Oh, so many deaths. So many deaths. But we're going to keep doing this because... Unfortunately, we need to get a stack of wither skeleton skulls. We do need to make sure that we remove these. Once we get over here, we can simply do that. And our stuff will still be here. And luckily, these guys are a 2-hit kill for us. We also have some runes. Okay. Got my helicopter. And we're just going to continue. You know what? I'm going to take that chest. It's neat. Let's have a little peek. There's a blaze spawner right there. And there's a lot of baddies down there. So we'll try to go the right way whilst grabbing this blaze rod. Oh, man. I did so good in the Truly Bedrock speedrun that we did. So we're just going to try to continue that good streak. And kill ourselves a bunch of wither skeleton skulls. We're also going to get the... oh my goodness. That was a baby wither skeleton? I'm just going to toggle that real quick. Stop the deaths. Alright. We do want to try to get through this as vanilla as possible, but sometimes I don't think we're 100% prepared for this. Hello, Blaze. So yeah, let's... Oh. Come over here, bud. Kill your friend. I heard you coming. It's funny how that still swings like it's a regular old thing. Now, technically, we've got what we came for. outside of the wither skeleton skulls. So I think, as I said previously, this is where we're going to break, and we're just going to kill a bunch of wither skeletons and try not to die. Well, we made it home, and we didn't make it in one piece. I honestly don't even have any armor left. That's how things went. We did manage to get a stack of wither skeleton skulls after about a couple hours and 30-ish skulls. We had a modifier added to our sword to where we could put luck on it, and that did speed things up. Um, so we have a stack of wither skulls. I did find a few things where, let's see, here's the 2 spawners. We did get ourselves a little bit of ender pearls. We have a decent amount of blaze rods, some magma cubes, magma creams. We have another eye of ender here. Don't know why things get so disorganized. We found this shovel with unbreaking that I want to keep. And I think that's it. I did put bones in here, so we have quite a few bones and grave dust. What else? We've got some magma cream here that I wanted to put in my backpack. We found a few spectral arrows and stuff like that. These different mobs dropped different things. I got this iron backpack off of a wither. I got this iron backpack off of a wither. I got this gold backpack off of a skeleton, and we got this backpack, which looks kind of neat. It almost looks like a zombified piglin backpack. I actually got it off of a zombified piglin, so we have some extra backpacks. I don't know what we're gonna do with them, if anything. I found this guy, the cracked black dragon scale. This thing is nice. We could use this to grant immunity to the wither, but we need a nether star and we need the ender dragon scale. But I did find 2 of these in a nether fortress. We did snag up some nether brick chests. Here we go. That can go in there. I did find this chest plate with unbreaking 2, and then I found this axe with smite 5. So I think there's a way we can disenchant stuff, and this would definitely be worth getting onto our sword. And I think that's about it. I did go back to a bastion, and we did complete the quest for killing a piglin brute, a piglin, and a magma cube. Well, this one was a struggle, but we got it. So the only thing left in the nether quest is to kill the wither. We need to construct it, to summon a wither, and then of course we need to kill it, and that completes that quest. As far as our chapter challenges go, the only thing that we don't have to get the rewards, which are the vitamins, is the concrete, which we need the fluid encapsulator, which is in machines. It is right here. We need this guy to make concrete. It's no big deal. We do need to finish up a few things in this quest line anyway, but we did it. If we go into statistics, we can actually see you killed 264 wither skeletons, and I got killed 17 times. The ones that kept killing me were these guys right here. I killed 60 of them, but they killed me 13 times. So, yeah, that is that. But we do have some stuff. And I was looking at the uses of the magma cube, or magma creams. And one thing that we can make, the mob duplicator, this is something we talked about, but we can make this guy right here. It's an obsidian skull. Grants immunity to burning and a 50% resistance to fire damage. Does not protect against lava, but we can make this. It would help us in the nether, but I don't know if we're going to go back. I think we've got everything that we need to. looking further into the quest line, we have this tinted glass that we're going to need for the mob farm. But this also is tough enough to withstand withers, so we could spawn a wither in and just cheese it like we did in Sky Bees. I don't know. But that is where we are going to end things today. We made it to the Nether. We did get some stuff. All of our armor broke. I actually came back and made diamond armor. You'll see I'm down to 22 diamonds. We came back and made more iron armor, and I think I made a second set was all I needed, and then we barely escaped with our lives after messing around with the Bastion. One thing I did forget to mention is if you have waypoints such as these that we showed, let's get out of F5 mode real quick. We can actually teleport to the Nether. I can come to the Nether via the overworld. We can go back. We're going to want to. As long as you set the waypoints, you can make it back and forth. So that's pretty neat. That's going to come in handy when we do further exploration into like an ocean monument, Twilight Forest, things like that. So it's a good to note, but again, we did cheese a little bit of the Nether. I do apologize for that. If we would have left our gravestone where it was at, I would have to come in and we would have to make a jetpack. We'd probably have to get somewhere into this area with platinum, maybe even up to the emerald jetpack, or build this one from mechanism. It would take a little bit of time. We'd have to go get all the stuff, and one thing I would have lost is everything that I have in here. So yeah, we did it. But anyway, that is going to do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, please make sure to hit that like button, notification bell, consider subscribing if you're new, leave a comment. Any interaction with the channel helps me out a lot, costs you nothing, so it's greatly appreciated. Check the description down below for all the different ways to follow me, including Twitter, Twitch, a link to the Discord. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.